Well, it's Mike here from ASR, Aberdeen Student Radio, and I'm here, well, after the night before. Last night was totally amazing with a headlining band in the Union Bar, Jointpop. Now with me now, we're going to be discussing their latest album, which is Longest Kiss Goodnight, which is an epic title. It's also with their documentary DVD, Desperate Houseflies. Yeah, that's really good. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go around each person and they can introduce themselves.
I'm Gary Hector, sing and play guitar for Jointpop. Yeah.
I have to say, that is an epically cool guitar. You know, if you want graffiti on it or that design, it's just really cool.
Yeah, just keep getting...
It kind of reminded me like one of those old Beatles, you know, where you put all those bits together. So that's really cool. I know you play the drums.
Yeah, Dion for Jointpop, last 5 years, yeah.
And you were doing the guitar.
Yeah, I'm a guitar player. Been in the band for about 15 years now. So.
15 years? Yeah. So how long's the band been going for?
15 years. Gary and Monday, one of the two founders.
The founders.
Yes, there's our 15th anniversary year, so it's also part of why we touring and celebrating 15 years. Yeah.
Wow, I think that is totally amazing.
Wow, 15
definitely.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Yeah, and you had some awesome keyboard skills.
Hey, thanks.
Phil?
Yeah, keyboardist for Jointpop for the past 5 years. Came in the band, 4 years. Came in the band 1 year after Dion. So, yeah, it's been a blast so far. Yeah.
What kind of made you go in that direction with the keyboard? Was it a joint decision, or was it just kind of something you just hammered out and it came in its own accord?
Well, I worked with Dion in a studio back home, and Gary came to visit Dion, and they didn't have a bassist at the time. And they just asked me to come and play a bass with my left hand. And automatically being a keyboardist, I'd play something with my right hand. So then Gary got the brilliant idea, hey, left hand, right hand, keyboardist, let's go. And that's it.
Awesome stuff. And now going to the bassist.
Yeah.
Thank
God they decided to get a bassist. So I joined shortly after Phil, about 4 years ago as well.
Awesome. Yeah, you were like totally kicking out in the when we were doing the sound check. It was just everyone was chilling. So yeah, that was really good. So how would you describe your kind of music? I mean, if I was to describe it, it's kind of almost like a relaxed, kind of chilled out melody. With its own progression, to which, you know, it's got an enjoyment factor to it. It's just amazing. It's like a cocktail, just the, you know, you can't really describe. You have to drink it first. I don't know. Does that sound kind of good?
we would like to think we're a heavy rock band.
Yes. Again, back to the name itself, Jointpop is like joining a bunch of different pop music styles and the different rock styles together. So you will get some classic rock, you'll get some Beatles Invasion, some punky stuff, some mellow stuff, some folky stuff. So it's all, we just following different influences and writing stuff, you know. So but pretty much we just call ourselves a rock and roll band, which kind of covers a lot of things.
That sounds cool, yeah.
Everyone in the band comes from different musical backgrounds as well too. Still being very old is classically trained. I'm an old metal head myself, and then everybody has
their own niche. I mean, together it sounded amazing. It's really cool. For those people that are listening to the interview, we will be posting all the new links and stuff to the documentary and the new album. I don't know if you want to, if you guys, what is your favourite track of this new album? Would you say individually?
For me personally, I would like The Soul Is Going Cheap. I would say Plain Strings and Pain, but it's all a piece of work. For instance, when we record, when we write, and when we record, we write the whole album and record the whole album. There's hardly moments where we'll write 2 songs, then come back 6 months after and write the songs. We'll write the piece, you know. Not saying it's a concept album per se, but it's all one thing. Yeah.
So last night, did you play some stuff off your new album, or was it kind of a mixture?
Yeah, it was a mixture of this new album, The Longest Kiss Goodnight, and the previous album, The January Transfer Window.
Which is this one again.
Yeah, and maybe maybe a couple of things of some past albums also. You know, we have 5 albums in all over the last 15 years. You know, so. But most of the music we'll be playing on this tour is from the new album and some from the previous one.
Awesome stuff. So you've done a bit of you've been on your tour. You've just come from Inverness, if I get it right. A little bit nippier up there compared to Aberdeen, but Aberdeen isn't really warm either. Where's been the most kind of which place you've gone to and gone, oh, this is different?
Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Every city's been different, really.
Yeah, compared to where we come from, I mean, everything here is just new and different to us, you know. And then you could almost compare the different cities in Scotland also, from Falkirk to Inverness to Aberdeen. They all have their own little things, and I guess it'll keep happening when we move to Dundee and Glasgow and Edinburgh and so on. So it's all quite cool for us and just checking out different things, and so far so good, man.
Yeah, just have to say again, your performance last night was really amazing. Okay, it was in the Union Bar, which is a bit tiny, but it sounded totally amazing. Again, I will be posting all the links and everything onto there. So let's go a little bit side story now. Let's get to know about you guys. So what do you reckon the craziest thing as a band you've done is so far together?
This tour.
Pretty much. Everybody has their jobs and they kind of leave walking onto the tour, yeah?
Yeah, the members are older, so our craziness was done
With moderation.
before Jointpop.
For this tour so far, if you could choose that one song which is taking you to this journey, which you've done, or another song which comes to mind, which might not be yours, but kind of relevance to what's happened, is there anything you would like to reference to?
But again, those records there, we pretty much make after we tour. So we've been to the UK twice before, and those 2 albums are results post-tour. So pretty much we travel, we sort of gather stories, gather images, we go back home, write, and record, and so it's all them things that we just experiencing while we're out here, you know. So they all come to life when we hit the road and hit the stage, and they all come to life because that's how we wrote them off that image, you know.
I think the main important thing is because you like you said, you gather all the stories together as a collective, and then you write them all together.
Yeah.
Do you have any important kind of food or anything like that? You know, you must have some I don't know, some ceremonial bread or something like that, or anything it's just we gotta have this, man, we're gonna have tons of pizza, or Americans love the ranch sauce, it's just gotta have the ranch before they do anything. Yeah. Do you have anything along those lines?
Yeah, West Indian pepper sauce that is a staple back home.
And
must
rum.
have pepper.
And rum.
And rum. Definitely rum.
Yeah. A good thing you mentioned the rum there. Thank you. Yeah, that was
Mine's specific.
that definitely woke me up, and that's one of your sponsors.
Yeah, and the tour in Scotland just sorted us out with some promo stuff to just push the brand around and so on, so we're just doing that while we drink some of it also.
Yeah, it was very strong stuff, and it definitely woke me up, and it's oh, you're frisky tonight. Yeah, I think that might be a side effect. Do you have any, you said you've been to the UK twice before.
Yeah.
Have any of you taken any pets before, or anything weird? And anybody take any, sometimes a child takes a teddy bear. Does anyone take a secret sock or something like that? Someone's going red.
Well, Phil packed about 350 pounds of clothes, so.
Yeah, no, not me. I just move with my stuff and a bag of medication and all that, and
Sunglasses.
yeah.
Sunglasses are a must. Yeah.
Favorite novel.
Yes. Yeah, Oxford Dictionary.
Yes. Traveller's Dictionary and it's Henry V.
Film. well read.
Intellect.
Awesome. So, is there any bands you're liking at the moment that you've just like, yeah, these guys are really good, or you know that you've heard in the mainstream stuff, or is there anything kind of dark stream that's like taking your eye to at all?
Well, we discovered the Cooks when we were here in 2006, and since then I've been following and a big fan. Looking forward to the new album and get it this year. Mainstream, I love the new Foo Fighters album.
That was kind of different, but it was good. I mean, it was, you know, it was an area that they should have gone to a while ago, but they eventually went to. I mean, it's like a progressive thing.
I guess a lot of the hardcore fans would see it as a sell-out CD, but I mean, the last few albums have been sell-out CDs. This one, I think, pretty honest.
Yeah, there's all good and stuff, though.
There's a maturing into this album.
They definitely have a formula, but they didn't bore you with it like Creed or...
Oh, yeah, that is a really good point. Okay, as we're in like student life up here in the lovely Scotland, in Aberdeen, where things are weird and wonderful every day, and it's like, is that a window? No, it's not, it's a door. Right, okay, but it's still a window, right. If you had to kind of, if someone was coming to like your country and you had to like recommend a drink between you, you know, what would you say, you know, you have got to try this?
Somebody came to Trinidad and offered them a drink. I think lemon soda is what I would offer.
Yeah, you'll offer them what you have. Yeah, I mean, we have various rums, with Angus being the main rum provider in Trinidad, and then we have our local beer, and then for softer drinks, of course, your classic Caribbean coconut water straight from the shell. Yeah, also.
It was the Campus Fuzz. I don't know if you're checking out, but we've seen it actually, we're checking out, so. Yeah. It's cool.
Campus Fuzz. I should remember that. But, you know, I was here for like the first year and never called them that. We just called them, you know, Ipsy and Skipsy. Just like start licking each other's ears. Okay, these guys have been meant to be protecting us just in case someone wants to come round and... So, did any of you guys go to university before at all?
Phil did, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
And let's remain keep it at that. No, I dropped out after 2 years. After the first year I did pretty well, and then second year I got involved in first band. And then I started spending a lot of time in the studio, stopped going to class, and you know the story goes in there. Career path, not the most affluent one I've chosen, but yeah. It's been alright.
Cool. So what after you've done this, you completely do tour and you go back and you've had all your nice chili sauces and all those bits. Which direction do you reckon you're going to take with the band now, or we're going to have to wait and see?
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be a wait and see thing. You know, we'll get back to Trinidad and just sort of chill for a while, just see what happens and gather our thoughts. Every December we always do one gig, so we know we have that coming in December. We do a gig where we collect toys and give them out to kids and so on. You know,
that's really cool.
We do it every Christmas called Noise and Toys, right? So we know we have that. Outside of that, we just wouldn't make any serious plans. We were just gonna sit back and just let it flow and see what happens. You know, we'd love to write the next record, but we just don't know right now. Yeah.
Well, we normally break for the first part of the year as well, too, because the carnival, there's nothing going on.
There's a Trinidad carnival in February.
It's just Calypso, and so nobody's interested in rock for the first 2 months of the year, so we just take a break, which is generally when we write. So it just works out. Twice before we toured, we came back to Trinidad and then wrote the 2 albums you have there. Those were both based on our previous tours. So who knows?
I think it's a great way that you actually, how you make it with your music, you know, on your previous tours, you know, and you've got something solid to bring up. Is there, what like main musical influences do you reckon you might have steered you into some areas?
Yeah, well, for me, I keep listening to modern music every time I stumble upon something. I mean, I'm following Jack White's career through White Stripes into the Raconteurs, into Dead Weather, and I think he's pretty amazing, you know, and Ida Maria and all that stuff. But I mean, you always revert to the Beatles and the Stones and Bob Dylan, and you know, and so that's really where the main crux comes from. And then it's all there, you know. I think good rock and roll has already been written, so it's just a matter of stealing it. You know?
I think that's a good point, actually. I know you mentioned yesterday. I think you're the main driver, though, aren't you? You're the driver?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like the roads over here? I know you were complaining about the roundabouts. You were like, what the hell? It's like there's one, then there's another, and another, and another, and another.
I like driving on the motorways. I hate in the city driving. And parking in the cities.
You're gonna love Dundee.
Nah, he's doing a great job with it, man, because pretty much the drive from Falkirk to here was about 3 hours.
Yeah.
There's no drive as long as 3 hours in Trinidad. From end to end is 3 hours, you know. The driving we did alone, we could drive around Trinidad 12 times easily, you know. So the drives could get you a little freaky because it's long. We're not used to that at all. You know?
And we named our sat nav Gemma, and Gemma and I fight like husband and wife.
Oh, so that's what's been going into bed. Hello, Jenna.
Jim, relax. Next.
This was fully charged here. Why won't the power socket?
Exit left.
That's awesome. So, is there anything you'd like to add about your music, or anything you'd like to say to the listeners about the music?
Well, just for you to know,
yeah.
This Desperate House Lives is actually, the DVD is the making of
the first, this one.
No, this house on the album cover
is
the house we recorded in. It's 200 foot above sea level on a cliff overlooking the sea.
Very good inspiration and stuff.
Yeah, we took down the equipment down there and spent 2 weeks down there just recording the album. It's real cool, so you catch it on the DVD.
The film is about the recording of that album, yeah.
Wow. That's it's going to be really epic to watch now. Now I know where that's come from. That's on a cliff. Where was that?
It's on the southeast coast of Trinidad. It's called Mayaro.
That must be epic.
Yeah, it's
totally. Just like you could have some cracking parties there, though.
We did.
But to add, to be honest, one. We're really happy that between the Aberdeen Student Radio and Jamie, they could all put the thing together for us to come up, because it's a great experience for us.
Really cool.
So respect to the Student Radio, and I hope one time we could come back and so on. And in the meanwhile, everybody could keep following us online, all our stuff on iTunes, and keep checking the sites for Jointpop and so on. You know. So.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Respect for that.
Yeah. That's just Mike with Jointpop, and we're kind of finished now. I think we're just going to finish beers and, I don't know, go and find the campus fuzz and set them on fire.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.